Hey guys, this is Kanisha with VeryThoughtfulLife.com. Today I wanted to invite you to consider creating for yourself your own Black Friday. What do I mean by that? So today I was thinking, living in China, I'm not in the hustle or bustle of life of like what is America right now. So it, it gives me an opportunity to kind of pull back and think about things. So I was thinking about the fact that today in America, like it's Friday here in China right now, but tomorrow for you guys would be Black Friday. And Black Friday, um, everyone rushes to the stores and buy all these things on their list for Christmas. But for the retailer, for the person that who owns the store or owns the mall, this time in on the calendar is what they call getting into black. So most stores operate in the red um, from about January to November. And they really count on this time to get out of the red, right? So to move from just making operational costs to making a profit. So I want to ask you to consider creating for yourself your own Black Friday. What do I mean by that? When are you going to create a date and time where you're going to stop operating um, in the red? The red could be your debt, it could be your relationship, it could be your life not being what you want it to be. So when are you going to create a time where you decide, okay, this is what I want my life to look like, and we're going to call the area that you want your life to look like your black. And this is where I am now. So just like those stores, they spend January to November. They get up every day, they still go to work, they turn the lights on, they do what they have to do to maintain all that time. And from the outside looking in, it just looks like there's a store, they're open. But they know behind the scene that they may have more debt than they have income, that they have operations in place, that they have to still pay their employees. And they have a plan and a strategy to make it until November, the day after Thanksgiving, so they can start moving into the black. So do you have a plan? Do you have a time when you said, you know what, I'm going to start operating in the black? And if you don't, I want you to take today, after watching this video, and really think about that and create for yourself your plan of action to operate in the black. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need to set a date. So step one is to set your date. And your date, again, is your plan to operate in the black. And then you're going to have to create a strategy, because these stores have strategies to help them make it to November. So what I want you to get is like this method will work in any area in your life. So let's say that you decided that you want to create for yourself a better marriage, or have better relationships, or start a business, or finish your education. Right? So once you set your date, this is when I need to have this done. This is going to be my black. Now your strategy is, so if your plan of action is that you're going to make your marriage better, don't just say, I want my marriage to be better. Don't just say, I want my finances to be better. Set a goal. What does better look like? So what would it look like if your marriage was better by your date? Right? So you're going to have to put in place some things to target. So for instance, when Andre and I decided, so we've been now, we set every year, we set these goals for our marriage. But we know what that looks like. So we decide, okay, to have a stronger marriage, we want to date once a week. Right? What does that look like? What does that produce? That produce for us more clarity in our communication. It creates a space for us to communicate, to talk about things other than just life and family and kids, but to talk about each other, to talk about our dreams, and then to set targets to get it done. So we know what that looks like. We know that the way we're going to be able to tell that our marriage got better is by the end of the year, we would have spent more time together, we would communicate more effectively. So those are our strategies. And our finances, so in your finances, let's say you decided, for the 2017, I want to save more money. Well, people always say that I want to save more money. You can't just say you want to save more money. You need a strategy. You need to know, what does it mean? So if you say, I want to save more money, you need to say, I want to save in 1 year, which will be your date, $500 or $1,000 or $10,000, whatever it is. That way, once you set that number, you'll know whether you made it. And even if you don't quite get there, at least you're closer than where you was when you started. So that is your strategy. Your strategy is having a very clear outcome of what it would look like. And then the third thing is your operational management, right? So every company, they still have to operate. They have to pay the light bill, pay their employees, and they have a method and a strategy to know how to operate even while they're working in the red until they get to the time where they'll be in the black. You need a method and a strategy for your operational day-to-day to make sure it helps you get to the black. What would your operational strategy look like? If you have decided to start a business, even better your relationships, read. Read a book. But don't just say, okay, I'm going to read a book. Commit to how many books are you going to read, by what time. So I had this thing I do where if I decide I'm going to read 2 books, because I'm a slow reader, I've decided that I'm going to read 1 book and I'm going to audio listen to the other book. But these are my operational strategies that I'm using, my operational management, to get me to my goal, to get me to my date, to get me to my black. Do you guys get that? So it's okay to have a goal and to have a chance that you want to create your Black Friday, but you got to have methods and little plans to get you there. So even in your marriage, if you've decided that you want to have a better marriage, better relationships, what does better look like? So you sit down with your spouse and you decide what does better look like. And then what are the operations that's going to get us there? We're going to read new things. We're going to surround ourselves with people who have strong, powerful marriages. We're going to seek wisdom. That is the operational management you're going to need to get to your goal. So if you do these things, your 2017 is going to look way better than your 2016. And I've had a great 2016. And so I'm expecting my 2017 to be amazing. But also, instead of going out this Friday and spending all your money on Black Friday alone, set your own Black Friday date so that you know that by next year this time, you have a range and you position yourself that in a moment in time, your life is going to look like what you want it to look like. Because all of these retailers, they have positioned themselves to know that by November to December 25th, we shall make X amount of dollars. And if we make X amount of dollars, then we hit our goal. And all that time we was in the red would be worth it. So I want you to make sure that all your time that you're in the red, that you're working behind the scene and nobody see what you're doing. And perhaps even to people on the outside looking in, it doesn't make sense that you are creating the outcomes that are going to get you to where you're operating in the black. Because I want your Black Friday, whatever your date to be as exciting and as amazing for you inside. Like I want you to feel the excitement of standing in lines and shopping and getting anything you want. That excitement that you get for standing in those lines to get that gift that you want to get. I want you to have that excitement about your life 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, whatever you set your date to be. But the only way you're going to do it is you're going to need a strategy and you're going to need operational management steps to get you there. If you need any help with this, feel free to reach out to me, Kenesha Berry, verythoughtfullife.com. Here's the thing. A lot of people think, like, why would I need a life coach? If nothing else, come on board. Let me sit down with you one time and help you set up the strategies and the steps so that you can create your Black Friday. So have a great day. This is Kenesha with verythoughtfullife.com.